Hi, I'm Carol Bennett and my role is the Welfare Benefits Advisor. Well, when somebody comes to me for support, what I hope I can give them is an understanding of a very complex subject, empathy to help them through a very difficult time, reassurance that things will hopefully get better, but also reality that it's not going to be fixed overnight, which I think is really important to make sure that we don't give them false hope as such. I think the main benefits of this service, which is quite unique out there, is that we can give the person the tools to empower them to take responsibility or to take ownership of their new circumstances. We can show them the support, if they're not at that stage yet, that's understandable, and then we can be there to help them and guide them through it. I think for an injured person, the ability to access the service as soon as possible, I think is vital. Overnight, they would have had a massive change in their circumstances, totally unexpected and through no fault of their own. And at that stage, you're looking at your income dropping by a considerable amount. Many people that come to me, they've been working on, they've never had benefits in the past, they've always had an income that was sustainable, and then overnight they're reduced down to something like probably 1/10 of what they earn normally. And at that point, when you don't know how to pay your rent or your mortgage, it's absolutely catastrophic. So it's vital that they get that advice from early doors to make sure that they can then concentrate on their recovery, and at least we can take one little bit of it away from them worrying and things like that and help them that way. But the first stage for me is always to research based on the information I'm given about the person. The next stage to me is reassurance and empathy. I think you have to build a relationship, you have to get that right, otherwise it's just not going to work, the relationship between you and the injured person. So the first thing is to identify what might be available to them, give them a realistic idea as to how much that may be, and then help them to make the applications as soon as possible. So that's what they would get from me initially. So I think the biggest role for myself is to make the complexity of benefits easy for people to understand. And I think that is one of the biggest barriers to people claiming, is they don't know what's out there and they don't understand. I am so passionate about my role. I really strongly believe that I can make a difference to people, and that empowers me to continue. There are times when I feel like I'm a benefit geek, I have to say. However, that's okay. I don't mind being a benefit geek, but it's all about empowering people and empowering myself. And just to be able to see the difference that you can make, the relief on someone's face when you tell them it's okay, we've done this, we've got you this grant, we've got you this payment. That is so satisfying to me as an advisor.